So today we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's about 472 degrees. I think it's actually about 118, but it feels awful. And we're here today to check out some filming locations for a couple of different movies, but we're also going to drive around and check out some attractions. There's actually a brand new 80s themed ice cream parlor. Actually, I think it's new. I just found out about it. The last time we were here, we checked out the 80s themed cafe. So maybe we'll go check that out too and just see how they're doing. We're gonna check out some other stuff. It'll be a good time and you get to come along with me and not have to deal with the heat. So let's go see what we can find. So we're stuck in traffic right now passing Mandalay Bay, and they just had an ad on their sign. Apparently this Friday they're going to be having an 80s prom. Unfortunately though, nobody asked me to prom, so I won't be attending. Does anybody remember when Prince used to have a residency here at the Rio Hotel? There used to be a gigantic Prince symbol on the front of the hotel, and he was actually the one that started that. When they did it, Penn and Teller got mad. They were like, hey, we've been doing a show here at the Rio for a really long time, and you've never put us on the front of the hotel. So then once Prince was done, they started putting Penn and Teller on the front of the hotel. But yeah, Prince was the one, at least as far as I know, he was the one that started that. And man, I really miss coming here to Vegas and seeing that giant Prince symbol on the front of the hotel. You could see it from the freeway as you were coming down the 15, you could see that giant yellow Prince symbol. I actually have a picture of me taken somewhere here in the parking lot with the Rio in the background and the giant Prince symbol. I was about 300 pounds fatter back then, but it's me, I swear. Actually, I was maybe a little heavier back then, but to be fair, in that picture, I'm wearing about 3 jackets because it was in December and it was freezing and windy. Yeah, whatever, believe what you want. And then this right here inside of the Rio, this used to be Prince's nightclub. He had a residency here for quite a while. This was the 3121 Club. And then right inside there, that was the gift shop where you could buy a bunch of different Prince merchandise. That was the 3121 box office. Oh, look, you can look inside. That used to be 3121, the Prince Club. I came here, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 times maybe while he had his residency. And then right around the corner from his club, actually, if we go this way, he had a restaurant, a 3121 restaurant. It's right around this corner here. And this restaurant right here, this is actually the same, but right there, that was 3121, the restaurant. And sometimes after Prince would play at the 3121 Club, which was right over there, he would come over here and do a little after hours jam. And he would have to line up right here. We would line up against this wall, and it would cost $31.21 to come into the restaurant and see Prince play. One of the times that we came here to see him though, it was kind of messed up. We got in and they sat us in this first room right here, and then he played in that room, and there's a wall in between. So you could hear him, but you couldn't see him. But I also came here when the restaurant first opened and we ate here. Best carrot cake I have ever had in my life. Seriously, it is oh my gosh, I can still taste that carrot cake and I'll never have it again. Like, that was it. It was a one-time thing and it makes me sad. Now I'm gonna take you over here to the outside of the restaurant. This right here, this was the restaurant. Now, oh, it looks like all the windows are blacked out. I wanted to try and show you. It's probably gone, but right over here around the corner, there used to be a little Prince relic that they had left behind. But yeah, it looks like all the windows are blacked out now. So this right here, this was the room where he would play. And years after they had gotten rid of the 3121 Club, I came here and looked through the windows, and there was still a Prince symbol painted up on like one of the, like right near the ceiling. There was a little ledge right there, and there was a Prince symbol painted up there. But yeah, you can't see inside anymore. And then something else that's really cool. So again, that was the 3121 restaurant. And then right here, this is the backside of the 3121 Club. And this is where Prince used to park his car. He stayed somewhere here in Vegas while he was doing the residency, and he would come driving up this path right here and then park his car right here, up those stairs, and go through that door. And whenever we were in Vegas, whether we were coming to a show or not, usually if we were in Vegas during the residency, we would be coming to a show. But even if we weren't, we would hang out like right over here and wait to see Prince pull up. I really miss those days. Okay, so I caught one of the workers coming out of the place that used to be Prince's restaurant. I guess it's a comedy club now. And I asked him as he was coming out of the building if by any chance that Prince symbol was still there. According to him, it's long gone, which, you know, makes sense. But I thought maybe we'd get lucky. And while we were here inside the Rio, we decided to come over to Kiss World and play some Kiss mini golf. Now, I'm not a huge Kiss fan, and this definitely wouldn't be entirely 80s themed, but Kiss did have some, at least a couple of hits in the 80s, or a couple of well-known songs in the 80s. There's the mini golf course itself, and they've also got a whole bunch of Kiss memorabilia. There's Gene. All kinds of stuff. Like I said, I'm not a huge Kiss fan, but if you are a huge Kiss fan, you definitely got to come over here. Oh look, you got prizes. Get a Kiss cake. Look, you may now kiss the bride. I think this might be, there's like a Kiss museum, probably a separate fee. All right, we got our golf clubs and we are ready to play some Kiss golf. Hole number 1. Yes. And of course, what else are you going to have as a grand finale at a Kiss mini golf course? Oh God, I'm so nervous. All right, so that's it, Kiss mini golf. And my wife was the only one to get the ball into Gene Simmons' mouth. Supposedly, but I didn't film it, so it didn't really happen. Now, what we just found out as we were leaving, and we're pretty upset about it, is they also have Twilight Zone mini golf at another casino here in Vegas. If we would have known, we would have went to the Twilight Zone mini golf. We did the Kiss mini golf years ago, so it would have been cool to do the Twilight Zone mini golf. Oh well, next time. Okay, so this is that 80s themed ice cream shop up in Scoops. Now, I was a little mistaken. It says on the door that it's actually a 70s, 80s, and 90s themed ice cream shop, so it's not just 80s, but you know, pop culture, 70s, 80s, 90s. There's definitely gonna be some cool stuff in there, so let's check it out. Now, once we were inside, I had to cut the audio and do voiceovers because they had 80s music blaring in there. So I'll just kind of do my best to narrate it as we go through. So as soon as we got inside, I was asked a trivia question, and if I got it right, I got a discount. Didn't care about the discount, I just wanted to play trivia. And my question was, what song did Paula Abdul sing on with a cartoon cat? Now, they have got a lot of amazing stuff crammed into a really small space, starting with this right here. As soon as you walk in the door, you've got a photo op with Castle Grayskull. They've got a toy sword sticking out of the wall that you can grab onto. You stand right next to Orko. This is just amazing. Now, there was so much cool stuff inside of this glass case, but definitely my favorite were these Kids Incorporated records. I absolutely loved watching Kids Incorporated, and I really miss watching it. Got the salt and pepper shakers, a lot of cool stuff in here. Of course, you gotta have Garbage Pail Kids. Any 80s exhibit, restaurant, store, whatever, you gotta have Garbage Pail Kids or it's just not legit. Now, this was my favorite book when I was a kid. The monster at the end of this book, I had the smaller Golden Book version. I had a ton of Mad magazines. You got Bop magazine right there. Alvin and the Chipmunks rocking with Michael Jackson on VHS. And this was so awesome. Got a whole Star Wars section over here. They have a little something for everybody in this shop. And right next to the Star Wars section is the Olivia Newton-John section, which is so cool. And the owner was telling me that all around Olivia Newton-John's birthday, they were gonna have specials, and a portion of the money made from those specials was gonna go to the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Foundation. Now, I think it already passed, but just the fact that they did that is so cool. Now, this has gotta be one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You got prints right above the bathroom door, and then on the bathroom door, potty like it's 1999. Amazing. I love this so much. And then up here, probably one of the second coolest things I've seen, in the air vent, you've got John McClane. They've also got a lot of cool stuff for sale. They got a lot of really cool posters on the wall, and all of these posters are for sale. Lots of stuff to look at, lots of VHS and vinyl, just a lot of stuff to jog your memory and get the nostalgia flowing. And now this is the moment that I realized that the tabletops are made up of old teen magazines, old 16 and Bop magazines. You remember these magazines. These are the magazines that you would read to find out what kind of kisser Corey Haim is, or what JTT likes to do on a date. And this is really rad, just such an awesome idea. Even the ceilings are done up in 80s style. You got the black and white checkers, and even the light fixtures have 80s designs on them. Every inch of this place is decorated. So let's check out a few things on the menu. You've got Chocolate You Complete Me, Chocolate Chip Strikes Back, Coffee the Vampire Slayer, Who Framed Rainbow Sherbert, and my favorite, Rocky Road Picture Show. Now on this side, under Shaved Ice, you've got Candy Shack and the Polly North Shore. Now, I already mentioned how much I love these Kids Incorporated records, but the owner was telling me the story behind these. See, right down there in the middle, there's a picture of Fergie, and that's because the owner used to be pen pals with Fergie, and Fergie used to send her birthday and Christmas cards, and she ended up meeting her later in life, and Fergie actually remembered her from their pen pal days. I can't believe I didn't notice right under John McClane the Chicago Bears Super Bowl Shuffle record. All right, I was told that we have to check out the inside of the bathroom, so we'll enter the code 1998. And just like the rest of the restaurant, the entire bathroom is decked out in pop culture, except for these are all pop culture figures in the bathroom. You've got the Dude, you've got John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, pretty much any pop culture bathroom reference you can find inside of here. And then you've got a nod to Clueless right here, totally bugging. And then right down there, you get to be Cher. You can look in the mirror and be Cher. Even in the bathroom, the light fixtures are decked out with 80s style. So much detail put into this. I love it so much. Oh, that's a good one right there. Seth Green from Can't Hardly Wait. I can't believe I didn't even notice in the hallway, the ceiling is all Legos with Lego light fixtures. Everywhere you look, there's something. Like I said, so much detail. Whole Ninja Turtles section over here. As she was telling me that this was originally supposed to be a Goonies section, and these were supposed to be portholes on One-Eyed Willie's ship, but something happened, construction got messed up, and so they just made it a Ninja Turtles area. Another really amazing thing that she just pointed out to me is she has this blown up screenshot from the movie Showgirls with Elizabeth Berkley. And the reason why she has this is right there, that's the owner. She was an extra in Showgirls when she was younger. So just when I thought I had seen it all, she told me to go stand all the way back by the door and look down at the floor. And if you notice, even the tile is something. You got Mario, and then this one's kind of hard to see, but here's Pac-Man, and then Space Invaders. I'm telling you, every inch of this place was thought out and decorated. Of course, she's got old school arcade games in here. You gotta have arcade games if it's an 80s or pop culture themed. Got some records, posters, a recognizable phone number. Now, I don't think I can explain to you how excited I got when I saw this long box. This is the moment I discovered it, and I got so excited. It had been so long since I had seen one of these. Who remembers long boxes? It even felt so good just to stand there and flip through posters. Again, something I probably hadn't done in 20 years, and this is something that we all used to do at every record store and video store, and even like Target and Kmart. Now at this moment, the owner called me over because she said she had a gift for me, and she told me to hold out my arm, and I was a little nervous, but then she presented me with a slap bracelet. I mean, how can you not want to tip when they got signs like "Tip me baby one more time" and "Hit me with your best tip"? And as you leave the store, Bill and Ted remind you to be excellent to each other. So this place was way cooler than I could have ever expected. There is so much rad stuff in there, and the owner is so nice. All the employees were super nice, and the owner gave me a slap bracelet. If you're in Vegas, if you live here, or if you're visiting, you gotta come check this place out. You gotta support them. I mean, really, you gotta come here for you, because there's so much great stuff to see. It's really for you. Trust me, you're not gonna regret it. I'm so glad that this place exists, and I hope that it's here for a really long time. So definitely come check out Up in Scoops. So we had to head down here to Fremont Street to do some filming locations for a couple of my upcoming videos. Now, does this hotel look familiar? It's not the filming location for it, but it was definitely the inspiration. Just popped into the Four Queens Casino to use the restroom, and look what they have. Christmas vacation slot machine. And of course, we had to come check this out. This is the latest craze right now in Las Vegas. Everybody's coming over here to see this. This is a new music venue or events venue, and it's basically a giant sphere, and the entire outside is a screen, and they can put anything on this screen. And I guess the inside is the same. It's a giant screen inside. So if you go to see a concert here, it's like this whole experience with where they put visuals with the music, and it's supposed to be this revolutionary thing with how you see concerts. And so yeah, everyone's really excited about it. You can see there's a lot of traffic out here. There's a lot of people standing out here taking pictures. And I got to admit, it is pretty cool to see in person. The pictures and video definitely do not do it justice, but standing here, looking at it in person, it is pretty awesome. I'd definitely be interested to see a concert here one day. It's 10 o'clock, and this is some of the worst traffic right now. And it is 101 degrees. Almost 10 o'clock. Look at that. Dead stop traffic. I was just checking out the strip from my hotel, and you can even see that new building all the way from here. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.